I'm doing what I had to do to, take care of my family.
A former Harley-Davidson of Fargo employee says he was let go for buying a lower-priced motorcycle of the same brand from another store. He says it was all in an effort to help pay for treatment for his wife battling cancer. So he called us on our whistleblower hotline. He wants to make sure others are aware of a certain rule.
A layoff during the holidays is never easy, but for the Johnson family, that was the least of their worries.
Me and my wife have been having little financial issues. My wife's had cancer. She's been in remission now, but the way the surgeon explained it to us is radiation is the gift that keeps on giving.
Complications from radiation has his wife, Bethany, dealing with multiple surgeries and consistently in and out of the hospital since 2010.
They removed the right half of my tongue and they used this to recreate it, and then they removed 46 lymph nodes from the right side of my neck.
But the Johnsons aren't just stuck with Bethany's medical bills.
Then for me, I was out of work for about 9 weeks. I ended up having a herniated disc in my back.
An employee of Harley-Davidson of Fargo, Ben Johnson, says he tried to trade in his Road Glide that he bought there.
It was a great bike. It's probably one of the best bikes I ever owned.
But he needed something cheaper.
They never got back to me. I was just trying to get something done faster than later.
He says he waited at least a week and a half with no response. So he called other Harley dealerships, and within 2 days, he found something 100 miles out in Alexandria.
That got me into a lower payment that was better for, me and my wife to save some money and put towards medical bills and help us both out.
That was on a Monday. By that Friday, right before the holiday weekend, he was called in early to work.
I thought they were just going to have him come in to talk to him because it was one of their longer days.
Went in and said I was being let go because they can't have employees buying motorcycles from other dealers.
What did you say when they said that to you?
I told them I'm doing this to help my family.
One of the store owners did respond, but just to say they can't comment on any HR or personnel matters. But another former employee who didn't want to go on camera tells me the same thing happened to him last April. The Johnsons were aware of that situation, but say there was no written rule about this.
When James was let go because he bought a bike from Stutzman's, they should have said, just so you are aware, we do not, we will not tolerate you buying a bike from somebody else.
I've never known anything that this could ever happen. Never had an employee handbook, been there for over 2 years. So, nothing's ever been said in any manager's meeting, any store meeting.
But Ben Johnson says he's moving forward and interviewing elsewhere.
It sucks, but, one door closes, the other one's open.
He says he's less concerned with getting his job back, but wants to make sure this doesn't happen to anyone else. In Fargo, Rose Itzkovitz, Valley News Live.
And the two employees who were let go from Harley-Davidson of Fargo at 2 separate times bought Harley-Davidson motorcycles from different stores. They say another employee that bought a motorcycle that was not a Harley-Davidson didn't lose their job. As mentioned, this story came to us through our whistleblower hotline. So if you need help with an issue or you would like us to uncover the truth, call us at 701-237-6576 and leave your tip. A member of our investigative team will then get on the case and go to work. Well, maybe calm.